go. Playground parks with the trees and the cars. Brownstone buildings with the kids on the porch. Murals on the walls for the ones that we lost. Bodegas on the corner, let me see what's in store. Subway stations with the maps in the cars. Summer cookouts, uncle got the sandals on. Statue of Liberty, we holding up the torch. If they ask where I'm from, tell them this is New York. We from the home of the biggie, people blowing they ciggies. And these girls going wild cause they flashing they litty.
What's up guys, how's it going? Hopefully you can see me. It's a little bit bright in the back garden. There hasn't been a vlog for some time. There's multiple reasons for that. One of them was me and Leon were working on our big secret project, which we were really excited about, traveling all over the place. And then with COVID happening and everything, we had to come home. That's been put on hold. Fingers crossed it will still be happening. And everything was like predated, backdated, so we weren't really allowed to create content of where we were, which meant we couldn't really do anything because we couldn't give away our location. And then came home, pretty sure myself and the family actually had the virus, but we're good now. But there was a rough couple of weeks, just like really breathless and all that kind of horrible stuff. So I wasn't working out. There was no training being done whatsoever. That's really the most intense fitness session that I've done. I've been training back for a full week now, which has been nice, but I will say that everything hurts after every workout. My fitness is rubbish. I've actually had a really great time during isolation. That might be controversial, but I've just been able to spend so much time with my little girl Bobby, and like now she hurts herself, she comes to me, and she's just lovely, and she's just learned to walk as well. Walk, Daddy. So I've just been able to see all that like up close every day. I obviously had anxiety with all the other stuff like work and like everyone else, but on the whole it's been pretty good to me, apart from the being ill stuff. But anyway, today, well, it's actually this afternoon now. It's going to be interesting. All this is coming off. I'm going to get Rose to cut it. I'm hoping for like a 4 on the top and a 2 on the sides. Well, start with it all in contact, and as you get up a little bit higher, pull it away till it comes completely away. I've taken charge. We're going it alone. Wish me luck. I don't think we did too bad a job there. We might have took a little chunk out of the side by not changing the length from the last bit. But apart from that, quid's in. Skinhead. Today is daddy daycare. Mummy's just started back at work, and with it being isolation, we can't take his Bobs to childcare, so I'm on daddy daycare today, so we're gonna be building some dens and stuff. I'm gonna get a workout in at some point as well. Also, I've got to film my challenge. Since isolation on Instagram, Leon and I have been doing challenges, basically just to make people laugh and raise people's spirits. We've had so many messages, people saying it's been the best thing since isolation. They've been very embarrassing, they got progressively worse. I've been dressed up as a woman multiple times. I've danced, I've sung. Today I've got to recreate the dance from Napoleon Dynamite. I can't dance, man. Oh, you want the lens cap? You want me to stop talking to people? All right, next scene. Perfect transition, darling, perfect transition. All right, let's not break the camera lens though, baby. Perfect transition, Bobby. You absolutely smashed that, didn't you? That was good. Are you gonna be a little filmmaker? Why don't we put the sieve back on your head so you can hang out with a sieve on your head? So like I said, I can't lie. I know isolation's been really rough for a lot of people. And apart from the being ill part, that was not fun. Like not being able to taste or smell for 2 weeks, being out of breath, walking sucked. But spending time with this little monkey has been absolutely priceless, and I've now had 5 odd weeks of just a lot of this, a lot of laughter, a lot of playing. Okay, Bobs has gone to sleep. Time to find out what to train today. Let's go and have a look in the garage and see what we can find. Sandbag. Okay, here's my thoughts for today's workout. 21, 15, 9, sandbag over shoulder, sandbag squats, burpee box jumps. Steady pace. This probably should be a sprint, but I'm not ready for that yet. One thing I've noticed since, because I was ill quite badly, is obviously unfit and not compared to where I was, which I'm fine with. But one thing that I'm shocked by is when you haven't been in that uncomfortable zone, and you guys all know what I mean, for some time, it's hard to want to go back into it. Like, I used to kind of enjoy it, let's do it. At the moment, I don't want to go there, but sooner or later it's going to have to happen. .904. I get such a pump in the rear delts and lats when I'm doing double unders. They took me a long time to get. I've had a lot of questions since isolation on people at home asking what's the tips for doing double unders and did I find them hard to get. I found them really hard. I struggle with rhythm and it took me months to get double unders, probably the first year of CrossFit actually, until I get them. I started by just doing, actually I'll show you what I did. I did singles until I could do them. Then I would start with a double and then go 2 singles. So I'd probably go, just to get the speed of the revolution, try what most people do when they go for the double, they instantly tense up, so they do this, keep them low to start with. You've got time to get the speed, just go, yeah? Just get used to it. So I'd go, and then I didn't try doing single, double, because it felt it was too convoluted. So I just then started doing double unders, but jumping really high and making the revolution of the rope as slow as possible as I could without losing tension. Because once the rope goes floppy, you lose that drive through the wrists and the rope just catches you somewhere, it goes saggy. Just think, if you're tapping along to a beat, what's easier to do? Or, it's easier to start slow. So, let's see how slow I can do double unders. So really excessive banana, excessive jump height, fatigue really fast, but it's just getting used to it until you can start to slow down your jumping and keep the rhythm through the wrists and the elbows rather than the whole back and shoulders. Really, I've got a squat. No, I really don't want it. So the way I'm tracking my workouts during isolation, since I started training again, is I have a weekly total kilograms lifted, or volume, for back squat, shoulder press, front squat, bench press and deadlift. And the goal is to get more than that each time. So 3,525 kilos. So I could do 3 sets of 10 at 100 and then a set of 5, or I could do 4 sets of 10, or I could do 3 sets of 10 at a heavier weight. All just depends on how you feel, but you have to take into account what rep system you're working in. This is all very valid, but it's more valid if I stay in the same rep system. So if I stay doing sets of 10, then that's very valid. If I start doing singles and doubles, higher weight, the stimulus can be different. It's gonna be more an explosive power, but I probably won't get anywhere near that number. I might do more sets. I might do 140 kilos for 2 reps, 6 sets. It's probably still not gonna be very close to that. So I actually got an email from Ticketmaster and from CrossFit saying that our CrossFit Games tickets are going to be refunded. They're potentially still looking at doing it either at the ranch in Aromas, which would be cool, but with no spectators, or with an online thing. I hope it happens at the ranch, like Mecca or CrossFit, and I think that will be a really wicked experience for Zach, like him and the athletes, and being at where it all started. And speaking to him, he's like, yeah, and I'll still have the motivation to go again next year because I want to be there with the crowd. I'm a little bit gutted because I wanted to be there for his first one and I wanted to go in general, but it's not really about me. And how do you guys feel about it? Like, I mean, how do you feel about the whole situation right now? I mean, I'm in like the honeymoon period of my life. I get that. Like, I've got a little girl who's growing up, who's learning to walk, and I get to see all that firsthand. There'll be a lot of you out there that are probably by yourself. There'll be a lot of people that are big, strong guys and girls, and because of asthma and other stuff, they'll be put on the vulnerable list, so they've got to stay home for 12 weeks, and that will feel very odd to them. Like, there's a lot of different people in a lot of different situations, and I think I'm probably in the minority here, but I hope you guys are holding up well, you're staying positive, you're trying to get some kind of workouts workouts in if you can. One thing as well, I keep getting a lot of messages from people saying, how do I get motivated to work out? I think you have to understand that this is an abnormal situation. You can't compare yourself to what people with equipment are doing, maybe like myself, even though I've only just started to be able to train again, or what you used to be able to do. I think it's really important to look after your mental health right now and just do something that makes you feel good. That might be yoga, that might be a bodyweight workout, that might be walking with your daughter or with your family or by yourself, or your dog, whatever that may be. I think it's really important to stay mentally secure and happy and look after yourself right now with some podcasts maybe might help as well. And yeah, I'm not going to pretend that I'm not having a great time, but at the same time I realise it's very different for a lot of people, and I hope you guys are all looking after yourselves and each other. On that note, I'm going to wrap up this vlog. It's been the first one for a long time. I feel a little bit rusty, feels a little bit odd, but again, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll be back with some more soon. See you guys.